Like, you do like a fucking stuffed challah bread French toast, like that shit start getting freaky, bro.
Challah bread French toast is dope.
It's unmatched,
Challah
bro.
bread is the best bread.
Yes.
Shout out to the Jews.
Yeah. The niggas that live in Williamsburg, you know what I'm saying?
These are good at bread.
Yeah, they
Even unleavened ones.
You sound good with bread.
Bro, that was like
somewhere, some way that there's an Orthodox Jewish podcast that's talking about. Shout out to the blacks. They're really
Shout out to blacks. That fried chicken be busted.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Hell yeah.
So, with our basketball discussion wrapped up, it's time to talk about some sticky stuff, which has set the sports world on fire in the past week. If you guys didn't know, they've been talking about, and a lot of videos have been coming out, players, you can see them kind of grabbing stuff from their hat or grabbing stuff from their gloves and then throwing. And so the MLB decided to, quote unquote, crack down and implement, 10 to 25 day or game suspensions if you get caught using it or some shit like that. And the players are not reacting positively to it as expected.
pitchers more than anything. Yeah.
There's been a lot of conversation into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the whole thing is everyone knows basically everyone uses it, right?
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Yeah. But the main thing about it is like some people, I would say, use it for the wrong reasons and they use it for more spin. But there's like different sticky stuff. That's what I learned from the Tyler Glasnow thing and like reading what people are saying about that. There's different sticky stuff. So apparently the classic combination is sunscreen and rosin. And that just gives you a better grip on the ball. But like I think they called it
Sticky
sticky tack or something like that. That gives you more spin. So most pitchers use the shit to get more grip because the balls are slippery. And I feel like that's David Cohn talks about that shit all the time, and Paul O'Neill as well.
Yo,
because they're like, as a batter, they're like, I want the pitcher to have more control so that I'm not worried about getting fucking hit.
Yes.
Like, and I feel like we've seen most MLB batters kind of feel the same way. Like, motherfuckers don't want to get hit. They're not. I don't think there's worried it's about pitchers having more spin on the shit as they are about just motherfuckers not nailing them in the face.
This is true.
So, but Tyler Glasnow went on a full rant. I agreed with some things. I didn't agree with other things. Basically about how like this can lead to more injuries because motherfuckers have been using this shit forever, and now you're gonna crack down super hard on it. But I think the main point was the shit I sent you guys today. Right? What team was homie on?
The Rays?
No, the White Sox.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't watch. I didn't see.
It was Lucas Giolito. You're talking about?
No, it's Carlos Rendon.
Oh, Carlos Rendon, my boy.
Okay, he basically goes, how is the MLB going to turn around and suspend pitchers for using sticky stuff when the Astros didn't get anything? He's like, so you're saying it's perfectly okay for it to be directly known that these motherfuckers are cheating, for them to win a championship off of cheating and it to be known and them not have to deal with anything. But if players are straight up allegedly using something, right? So unless you can prove it, they're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna get more suspension than the people involved in that Astros team. And he literally goes, if Manfred can sleep at night with that shit, whatever. He's the one who's looking at his face, but that's really some bullshit.
Yeah, bro, and it's so crazy because it's like I kind of had this whole this whole thought process thinking about it because watching the Yankees broadcast last night and listening to David Cohn talk, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Yankees great. He was saying like, "Oh yeah, my time, sunscreen, whatever." That's
sunscreen
what we
and rosin. Apparently, that's the classic combo.
And that's what pitchers use. And apparently, this has been a thing that has always happened. And I guess like, all right, foreign substances. Obviously, there's been a lot of pine tar incidents with like Michael Pineda, and even like with batters using too much pine tar on the bat to get like a really solid grip on the bat. Now, to me, where the problem is that once again, going off of what Rodon is saying, the MLB is not being consistent. Now, the Astro situation is very unique because that was one of the most infamous cheating scandals ever in baseball to the point where they got a ring. Pitchers across Major League Baseball were using it. And all right, say what you want, but all I'm gonna say is that, you know, say what you want. If everybody's doing it, is it really cheating? I mean, whatever. Cool. Say what you want. You know what I'm saying? Now, using the stuff for the spin rate versus stuff for gripping the ball, I guess is different. But now,
I think so. That's what Pine Tar more is for.
Right. Exactly. And you know, it's tough when you got guys that like Tyler Glass now that, you know, now he's on the injured list because he partially tore his UCL. Hope he gets better soon. I fucking hate injuries. He's ripping the MLB because he's saying that because he couldn't grip the ball, which to what degree of accuracy that is, I don't really know.
It makes sense to an extent of his argument of being like, now we've been doing this shit for so long and you decided to ask us to change it mid-season. That's going to affect a lot of people because that's literally how muscles work. So that part I understand, but he was kind of being a whiny bitch about it.
Yeah. I'd be a whiny bitch about it too. If I just messed up my UCL, I'd be whining about it too. Because now, he's done for... How long, right? Yeah. The Rays have a legitimate shot of winning the division, right? Or being in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Now you're out of it. Contract stipulations, incentives, and stipulations are on the line. Like I would also be whining about it.
But I don't know. My thing is like everyone uses that shit. Everyone's been using it for years. Like it's a difference between things like pine tar and things like sunscreen and rosin, like things to have a great. Pedro Martinez said this shit where he was like, I used to straight up be like, if I'm gonna pitch, like you need to have the balls a certain way. He said buff his balls, and the clip is actually very funny. But he was like, and if y'all don't do this, I'm gonna have to do what I got to do to make sure I got a good grip on the ball, because I asked you to do it and you didn't do it. So, yeah, I mean, they also talk about if batters can use pine tar, why can't pitchers use something?
I mean,
look, batters use. I mean, everybody gets an advantage, right? Like because if you go back, 50 years ago,
also hitting a baseball is hard.
Yeah, 50 years ago, nobody was wearing batting gloves, right? Or 50, 60 years ago, nobody's wearing. But then you wear batting gloves because you get a better grip on the bat, and you use pine tar because you get an extra grip on the bat, right? You don't have to choke up as much on the bat because you can just use it from the bottom of the barrel. What's the difference?
Yep.
Like the hitters are getting that is a competitive advantage. A hitter going up with no batting gloves and no pine tar, as opposed to a batter going up with pine tar and batting gloves, definitely gives a significant advantage to the batter with the batting gloves and the pine tar. So what's the difference?
Wear no gloves, bro. That shit is wild.
It's wild today when you see somebody doing that.
Shout out Vlad
bro.
Jorge Posada.
Yeah, he was a madman for that.
Usually fucking catchers. There's someone I noticed like a month or two ago. I was watching Yankee games. They were playing. The motherfuckers wearing no gloves. I'm like, Jesus.
Niggas don't care about their hands. I mean, because now you see, some guys have the batting glove inside their own glove.
Always.
All
the time.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, people really didn't care about their hands back then. That's crazy.
Definitely didn't.
But
yeah.
What's your?
If I'm yeah.
I was gonna say what.
Oh yeah. I mean, sticky stuff. I think it's much ado about nothing. Pitchers been using sticky stuff since baseball was created. I just don't understand why. And if they're gonna crack down on it, do it in the off season. They just say if this is what you're gonna do, right? Have this thing where it's all right. Pitchers can't do this. No more substances. All right, do it in the off season so everybody gets a time to adjust. Everybody figures out how to pitch now without the stuff and things like Tyler Glasnow said it in his interview. He was like, "Yo, spin rate is not a problem for me. I got big ass hands. I can spin this shit." Regardless, I've been doing this shit since I was,
also him saying he was 6'7", did not know that.
Yeah, bro.
No, he tall.
I knew he was tall, but I thought he was gonna be like 6'4". 6'7",
I went to the Yankees game. Probably this is a sidebar. I went to the Yankees. It was one week that I couldn't record or whatever. Yo, I was sitting at like 131, and Glasnow was on the mound. I was looking at this man. I'm like, yo, this is a big nigga, bro.
Like I fully thought he was like, because we talk about 6'4" is like the ideal height.
Yep.
Where it's like tall, but it's not too tall. But like when you're around other people who aren't that tall, you look pretty fucking tall. So I always thought he was like 6'4", and I'm like, that's tall, reasonable, makes sense. Fuck says 6'7". I'm like, you're in the wrong sport, dog.
Like, bro,
6'7", shit.
I'd be like, bro, if you don't get under there, Cole Anthony needs some help. Go get a rebound for him in Orlando. But no, like, look, pitchers been doing this shit forever. I don't know why it's like I understand. And if you're gonna do this ban certain substances. Just like ban. All right, if you have like a list of like
pine tar, ban like the sticky tack.
Like if you can have like 4. All right, if you want to ban spider tack, fine, ban spider tack. So then you have a list. Everybody knows this list of 5 substances you cannot use, right? But them saying like sunscreen and rosin, I'm like,
rosin,
what?
bro? These are white people. They have to wear sunscreen.
There was in
Otherwise, they burn.
in the
If we
article,
play during the summer.
bro. In the
Gonna
memo,
be
it
crab
said,
people soon.
yeah, they said that pitchers cannot use sunscreen, in night games and games that you're playing under a dome or a roof. And I'm just like, all right, well, we're in summer, right? So a night game typically starts at 7:00, right? Which means the sun doesn't go down until
Close to
8,
9 sometimes.
8:30, 8:45 at the height, like let's say like July and August, right? Mm-hmm. So you mean tell me that I got to struggle out there, depending on how the stadium is built? I got to be out there in the sun, let my pale skin touch the
My
the rays.
skin.
Exactly. So now I gotta
Blister and burn.
now if I get sunburn because and I gotta miss a start because I got bad sunburn because I can't use sunscreen. Now what? Now we got a whole other different problem on our hand.
We don't
Oh,
have
man,
to get
this
John
shit,
Boy on here
This shit dumb as hell.
to talk.
Like,
baseball
John Boy,
for
we
long.
know you're listening.
Yeah,
So when you're ready, let's go.
Hi, John Boy.
well, definitely.
Also, shout out Keith McPherson, talking Nets. But yeah, this feels like much ado about nothing. Also, DeGrom left after 3 innings today.
Yeah, so that after 3 perfect innings.
Look,
Yeah,
if you
that
look,
nigga hurt.
MLB is in a
Hey,
dangerous
not-
spot right now.
Yeah, not using that fucking rosin shit might be affecting him too, because that's real shit. Like Glassnow was making good points. If you've been doing one thing your whole way, now you got to switch it up. You might feel fine the first time, but after that shit, bro, your body has to adjust to a new thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Nigga said he felt this shit happen 3 starts prior to that Angel start. He was like, yeah, I felt it after my like 2 or 3 starts ago, and I was like, what is it? I'm feeling hurt. I'm hurting in places I've never didn't even know there were muscle groups in. Mm-hmm. 2 starts, 3 starts later, you see his arm looks like a wet noodle just out there. Like,
Also, Otani is a fucking tank, bro.
Yeah, Otani's-
10 strikeouts next game.
I'm just
fucking
saying,
home run
yo,
first inning.
The league is in excellent hands when it comes to like the next generation.
When it comes to the
superstars.
players,
as long as they keep
Let
it
the kids
or
play.
let them play.
Well, I mean, you look at it, bro. The best players in the league right now, and I already knew the Blue Jays was gonna be like that. Vlad Jr., Acuna,
he get the triple crown.
Tatis, and Otani.
Otani, Mookie Betts still up there too.
Well, of course, word
mean,
to the
Mike
black
Trout.
Of course,
And Trout not even that old either, too. Like,
he's bro, just like Bryce Harper. Motherfucker's just been playing for mad long.
Yeah, Bryce Harper is really.
I'll
He's
say-
younger than Aaron Judge.
yep.
Yeah.
I'm about to say Trout only like what 27.
That hurt my heart.
Something like
That hurt my heart.
Bruh.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's in good hands as long as they let them fucking play, bro.
Yes.
Let the kids play. There's a reason why people don't like baseball, bro. And it's the same motherfuckers y'all gonna listen to talking about it's eroding the integrity of the game. Motherfuckers, your favorite players have been cheating. Glad he was like your favorite pitcher from like the 80s.
You tell me
was
that
cheating.
I'm about to say you tell me that Tom Glavine didn't have sticky stuff on his thing.
Hard to
Motherfuckers
believe.
Tell
probably
me-
used to keep
you-
that shit in their mustache.
You tell me that
Just be
Goose. I'm about to say you tell me that Goose Gosh is watching out here getting the sticky stuff out of his
lefty
pocket.
forward.
Exactly. Babe Ruth was out here had whole tar pit under his cap.
He had a glizzy
throwing
in
the
his
ball.
pocket.
Exactly. Man out here had the glizzy in his pocket, touching the baseball.
True.
Can you imagine that glizzies and baseballs? Crazy.
I mean, they go together, right? That's what you eat when you watch baseballs, right?
Dick and balls.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, is that it for sports?
Yeah.
That's it.
pretty much.
That's it.
Pretty much. Aaron Rodgers being petty, but that's okay. It's not much to do about nothing.
He not coming back. Like SZA said, never
Gotta get
going
traded,
back.
though.
Never
Good
going
day-
back.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say good days.
You gotta get traded though.
True.
All I'm saying is Denver needs to be on the phone.
Yes.
I need Aaron Rodgers to not go to Denver for very selfish reasons.
That's it for this week, guys. That's been episode 94. Make sure to follow us at Target Toby Sports on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go like the Facebook page, wherever we at. Go check that out. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at Offended Narwhal. Guys?
Hell yeah. Big facts. Roll Out West checking out. Y'all can follow me on the gram, Roll Out West _11. Yeah, man. We're producing good content every week. And yeah. Make sure y'all follow along with Anime Book Club. This shit is really crazy, honestly. And Black Lives Matter.
Yep, they do. Thanks. Closing time. You can follow me on the Twitters, J_Thomas_24. I have nothing else to give, but Astolfo Hive, Felix Argyle Hive, Traps all 2021. Get with it. Be there or be square. You already know the fucking vibes. Let's go.
The views and expressions of Justin Thomas are his and his alone. Do not express the views of Saratoga Sports Podcast. We will catch y'all next week.
Crying.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion.